Thank you so much. We've come to the end of our news updates this morning. With me, I have the amazing, like I called her earlier, she is a pillar of change, literally. I have Madam Christine with me here on set. She is the CEO of Kapu Africa. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you feeling? How has your week been?
My week has been good. It's been very good. Yes.
Feeling privileged to be sitting with a CEO of such a big brand. Tell us, who is Madam Christine?
So Christine Mutsoli is the head of Kapu Africa, which is an NGO. And our mission is to alleviate hunger and malnutrition in Kenya. Yes.
As I was reading your bio, it says that you studied for something that is completely different from what you're doing now. What has driven you? What drove you to go a totally different direction?
So my background is in the sciences, biology, studying viruses, and microbiology. But I care about the poor. So even as I was in school, I was part of an organization called InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, and you reach out to people, especially the marginalized, and as students working together to care for our community. But I really cared about our community, so I would volunteer. I would volunteer, and I would be able to help those in need. Volunteered as a student. I volunteered one time with mothers who'd been abused. And then being able to be there and work with the children, just be able to volunteer and help out with the children. So I care about those in need. So coming here to Kenya, I saw there was a need, and an organization was looking for someone to volunteer and help out. There's an organization called Midwest Food Bank that was coming to Kenya, and they said, how about we see if we can help those in need? And so I volunteered to help out with that and help them to connect them to companies, asking for donations to help children's homes. Children's homes really struggle.
They do.
So as much as they also take care of the children, they have to take care of them. Of course, we know medical bills, they take care of food, school fees. A lot of times the children's homes are in areas where the children really do not have any resources. So us to say as an organization, how can we come in? If we can help them with food that will alleviate their budget in terms of they can take care of the medical bill. So that's how we came in, because we cared about those in need. Yes.
Wow. Given that you studied a little bit of biology and chemistry, here you have an amazing product that's blown my mind, literally. There's a product here from Kapu Africa. Tell us about this product.
So as an organization with Kapu Africa, we go sourcing for donations. So we go to companies, we go to manufacturers, we go to exporters of food. Maybe sometimes an exporter is exporting food to Holland, and then they have excess that it couldn't get on the plane. So good food for human consumption that the organizations are able to donate to us. We have been donated for milk. We've been donated for Milo, different kinds of things. But, donations are sporadic because you go and maybe the company says, wait, And so in the meantime, we said, how can we as an organization still have those children's homes? So we formulated a product called Tender Mercies. Tender Mercies has rice, it has lentils, it has cowpeas, fractured cowpeas. It has extruded soy, so full-fat soy that has been cooked, because raw soy is not good for your stomach. So soy that has been cooked, vitamins and minerals. Because again, as an organization, our goal is to alleviate hunger, and not only hunger, but malnutrition. So the focus was on nutrition. So this product is very high in protein content. Those are the things that we suffer with kwashiorkor, marasmus. Yes, those things that we learned in school as kids. And issues dealing with stunting. So stunting is where it affects a child's growth. Under 5. And a child, if they're affected with stunting, it affects them for the rest of their life. So not only stunting, we don't need to talk about physical development where they are shorter than they're supposed to be, but also their mental health development. So their mental health, their brain development is stunted. It doesn't reach, we tell children the sky's the limit, right? Sometimes we say we phrase it that way, but the sky's not the limit if they're not developed to where they're supposed to be. And after a certain age, that's it. They can't reach.
They stop developing.
Yes, or they can't reach their full potential. They may still develop, but they can't reach their full potential. So it's almost like there's a ceiling for them, you know? So the sky is the limit, but no, the sky just reaches over here.
There is a limit.
There is a limit for them. So as an organization, we say not bora chakula, but chakula bora. Good nutrition is so important to our children, and so important to lactating mothers, so important to our population.
Yeah.
And so when a child doesn't perform well in school, it's not because they're not smart. You know, sometimes we say, oh, maybe the rich kids are smarter, but it doesn't mean they're smart. It just means
they're getting good food,
they
they're
get
in a good environment.
Good environment, good nutrition. Of course, it goes with other things, you know, good environment, healthy environment. Then they do well. Then we wonder, why do they do well? Good nutrition.
Food goes a long way.
Yes. Someone in the lakeside, maybe, they may be eating fish. You know, fish is so good for you.
Very
fish oils,
healthy,
yes. And so someone else may just be eating ugali on its own, and then we wonder why, this one doesn't do well in school. If the nutrition is not good, it affects them.
No balanced diet, no balanced life.
Yes.
You've done medicine. That's
Sciences.
Yes. How has that... How have you been able to use the knowledge that you got from school to be able to come up with this initiative? So
this was only an initiative on me by myself, but a team. So nutritionists were also on board. And even the stakeholders, the people in the children's home, what do they lack? You know, they'll tell you, yes, food, but if you talk about nutrition, yes. One time we had a meeting initially at the beginning, and we'd talk to the children's home about food, and someone started reading the paper. Why were they reading the paper? They're like, why are you talking about nutrition? Well, they found it was above their head because they struggle with food. So us to say as an organization that we come up with a product, including many people including nutritionists who came up with this, but to focus on food, we can help you with food, but we can also help you with proper nutrition. Yes.
Given that you have so much experience in what you currently do, I'm sure you have a ton of success stories. Would you be in a position to share some?
Absolutely. So I remember one time this food, because we use it for also disaster relief in the 2018-2019 time, there was drought in Kilifi, and the governor of Kilifi appealed for food, and as an organization we stepped in for the food to go out into the county. And you find stories where people will say, hini dawa. But it's not dawa, it's proper nutrition, it's this balanced nutrition. And then someone will say, I was weak, Kajiado, the food has gone out to Kajiado with organizations that we partner with. And someone says, I was weak, I was not doing well, but now I'm doing well because of the food. So in terms of food, just saying that if you get proper nutrition, you know, cancer patients, we've had testimonies of organizations like Symbol of Hope, which is an organization that helps people who are dealing with cancer and surviving cancer. And they're cancer survivors. They call themselves survivors. And they talk about how this food, Tender Mercies, and there's also porridge that goes with it, but Tender Mercies has been so helpful to them. Why? Good nutrition. So you find testimonies of people saying, yes, they were HIV positive, but because of good nutrition. And then, you know, it's almost it comes like a shock sometimes to some people. They say, this food helped me. This food helped me because of proper nutrition. So, you know, how nutrition is so key for cancer survivors, for babies, for adults like me and you know, just to be able to get proper nutrition. Your skin looks better, you
umechangamka.
Yeah, umechangamka. So yeah, just how nutrition, I mean the testimonies over and over and over, how this nutrition has helped. Yes.
Kapu Africa seems like a very diverse organization. So I'm wondering, how diverse is it? How many counties have you been able to reach out? And considering it's called Kapu Africa, have you also spread your wings outside of Kenya?
So we work among partnerships. So the partners we work with are in the counties that we're authorized to work with. Yes, but then the impact has been great. The impact has been great because yes, if you know, as I talked about Kilifi, they will talk about how the food has helped. Busia, they'll talk about how the food has helped. So the food has gone far and wide, and it has been of great help to many, many people and many organizations that we partner with. Yes.
Have you managed to reach out of the country?
We are still working on that. We are still working on that as an organization as we continue to grow. You know, you transform from an regular NGO to an INGO, and as we do that, we'll be able to. Our goal is Kapu Africa, our mission. So our mission is to be able to reach the whole of Africa. But you know, baby steps. You know, we're still learning as an organization as we grow.
As you manifest.
Yes, as we manifest. Yes.
How are you able to identify regions that actually need your help?
So in terms of that, first of all, just the data. And you look at the data, state data. So you look at what is the government saying about where there's drought. And I go back to maybe Kilifi or Kajiado. We go to Kajiado, then you hear there's drought in this region. There have been no rains in this region. This is what has happened in this region. And statistics, even UN data, yes. Yeah. So you go with that. But then also you go to the ground and see what is happening on the ground, in the ground. Because when you go to the ground, you see for yourself what's going on. See what's going on. You'll hear from even the chiefs, what's going on. Are they in need of food? So other than the data, you go to the ground and see for yourself. Because, you don't just rely on the paperwork, but you also go and see for yourself.
Because I'm sure most of us are curious. Like, how do you go about it? Because I'm sure, like, Kajiado is such a big place. It's such a big place. How are you able to identify this community right here needs help, and that community that is on the other side of the hill? And how are you able to put it all together?
So we work very well because we work in partnerships. So the African saying is, if you just want to go a short distance, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others.
Yes.
So we partner with others. Like we've partnered with Regis Baptist Church, which is a church that has churches in Kajiado. So then they're able to identify these are the places that are in need. And of course, areas where they already work in, because you can't just go to a place where nobody works in. So areas that the church is already working in. And then when we go there, we're able to help because the people there, the church can see the need that is there. In terms of another organization, like I'll give again Kajiado, we'll work with an organization called Spread Truth that that has to do with FGM. So when we go there, they're already doing work on FGM. And so these are the women they're already helping.
Yes.
Like as recently as May, we were there to be able to distribute food, but these are the people they're already helping. So then when you're going to the ground, you're already going to the ground that an organization is already working with. So we partner. They're able to identify, and then as we come in, we work together. So maybe they're dealing with FGM, then we're coming in the part of food. Yes, go ahead.
No, you finish first.
So places like Busia, we've been able to go in, work with Compassion.
Yes.
Seeing, okay, these are the places that Compassion is working in with people who need food. So it becomes very effective when you work with partnerships and seeing how, okay, we're coming in terms of food and they're doing other things. Yes.
So basically, other than children who have stunted growth and lactating mothers in areas that have disaster stricken, do you have any other groups of people that you support, like let's say single moms, the disabled? Do you have different groups of people, street kids?
Yes. So street kids, we work with an organization called Love Indeed that works in Isili. So when we come in, they do a wonderful job. They go out into the street, they talk to the people in the street, they reach out to them, tell them to come into their program, help them with food, give them a place to shave, a place to shower, give them clothes, and we've donated clothes to them too before, because other than food, sometimes we also get other donations for daily living, clothes. So if we donate clothes, but then they also get clothes donations from other people. So when we come in with food and the street children and adults too, because they're also adults who are in single mothers are in the streets.
With their children, we see them.
Yes. They're on the street. So they do. So when we come in, as we're coming in on the part of the food, but they're coming in where they do rehab. They take them to rehab centers. Do they want to leave the street? So when you're talking to them, and as the organization talks to them, we're coming in terms of food, but they're able to help them get out of the street. There are many success stories there. People who, they even have a success story of someone who in the end became one of the people who work at the Nairobi Expressway, to build from the street, to be able to be now working with the staff.
So he came from the street to the rehab, and now he's in a position to actually do a job.
Yes, of course he was young when he came out of the street. People who have had hard issues in life, abuse, whatever, come out of the street. They talk to them, educate them, and then from there, there's improvement. And then from there, the child goes to school. Goes to a college, From a college, are able to work at the expressway. So good success stories.
There's growth in whatever it is.
Yes. So single mothers, a mother there was single with a baby, a young mother was taken out of the street, went back to school, to high school. Because sometimes maybe they just issues here and there. And then also the organization works to see, not just we took you out of the street, what are the problems at home that we can help you reconcile them with families. Then after you reconcile them with families, they're able to come out of the street, went to school, a success story.
And start their lives afresh.
Yes, she's a social worker now. The ladies are social workers. So success stories, yes. So single mothers, yes. So in terms of even when you go to distribute food and help with in terms of disaster relief, you find a lot of times the people who come are mothers who for the mothers, and old women even old women where even you wonder, now if you give you this food, how are you going to carry it on your back? If you see stories here, you're giving a woman a 25 kg bale.
Oh. Na akona mtoto kwa mgongo. Then you have to see, okay, yes, akona mtoto kwa mgongo, and you have to see, okay, how do we help her even carry this food? I really want to help you, but how are you going to get home?
And they said, don't worry. They said they were starving. So for them to be able to have food. They'll find a way. Because they're in their community, so they know how to be able to get the food home. But yeah, so single mothers come a lot for food. But even when they come, maybe they have a family at home, but they're coming, when a mother comes for food, she's coming for her family.
Yes.
So when you say, when you're reaching out and a mother comes, you're actually educating, you're helping a whole family and a whole village.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm curious, in this kind of line of work, there's a lot of emotional weight.
Yes.
How are you able to manage? Because I'm sure you go to places and you're like, hey, life can be unfair.
True.
How are you able to work on your mental health yourself? Because I'm sure you get affected from time to time. How do you work on yourself? And your team as well?
Absolutely. So we go out there and we say, we just do our part. The thing is, even as you go distribute food, sometimes, let's say you'll say 500 people are supposed to come for food. 3,000 people come.
How do you handle such situations?
Usually, the organizations will work with the local authorities. So, the local people are there, the local chief is there. So that really helps because, you're working with the local, and the local chief knows them. So there'll be people on the list, but then after that, you also have to cater for people who are not on the list, who are really needy.
Hold it. You have a list. Where is that list coming from?
So the chief, if you're going down there, the chief will say, if you're going down for disaster relief, who is that in need? If it's a children's home, the list is already there, right? The children's home is already there. But if you're going there, you'll work with the local authority to say, these are the people who need the food. Then,
also, the chief also has a team that goes for ground.
Yes, the chief knows. The chief knows the people. When you partner with an organization, they know the people on the ground. And in terms of the emotional angle that you said, you say we can only do our part. I remember one time I was encouraged that, don't feel like if someone comes and the food is finished, because food gets finished, resources are limited. So when the resources are limited, you say you don't apologize. It's God who knows. It's really God who knows. You do your part. After that, leave it up to God, because the food comes, it's not on us, it's just us to do our part. And even encouraging other Kenyans, what part can they do to help out, to reach our people? Yes.
Once you've helped these people, do you get to go back and check on them? Ama mkishawasaidia, that's it, we move on to the next?
It depends. Sometimes maybe the situation improved. So if there was no rain and the situation improved, you'll say, okay, now the situation has improved, the crops are coming in, you'll go to see. But remember, we partner with organizations already on the ground. So the organizations on the ground will give us updates. But again, as we've said, we don't want it to be we don't want it to be a codependent relationship where these people in the end are not able to work. You don't want to create this
because Kapu Africa will be
yes. So I'm not going to work. So you say, you have to move out. If Kibera, during COVID, we helped out a lot in Kibera. Food went out to an organization there to help out the women living on the street, because the story was work from home. Yes. But remember, someone is coming to wash clothes and they clean the house. So how can they work from home?
Actually, most of those people lost their jobs.
Yes.
Because why would I let you come?
Absolutely. So then those people, now those women didn't have jobs, and those men didn't have jobs. Yes. So Mjengo. So at that time we help out. But when things start to improve, you also want it to be, because work is honorable. It's very good to work. It gives you dignity. So you also let them have their dignity, and say after a while you have to end the program, because at that point there's no need for food if they can be able to work, and you encourage them to go to work. Yes. So you always assess.
Now, for other organizations that maybe they help people, but for them they have a hard time. I have to go to a different company to source for rice. I have to go elsewhere to source for lentils. Would you or do you sell this to other NGOs that also do the same?
So as an NGO, we don't sell, because we're an NGO. We're just there as a non-profit. But they can actually go to Soy Africa Limited, which is in Ruiru. If someone just Googled Soy Africa Limited, it's in Ruiru. They're able to purchase this product. It's very low cost. 119 shillings. So it's very low cost, and this feeds 6 people. People are surprised. A family of 6. And people will say, that thing is small, but
it actually looks small. I'm actually shocked it can feed 6 people.
Because it has rice, kamande, it has fractured cowpeas, it has soya, it has vitamins and minerals, and it has salt. So in afura, it swells up. So it feeds a family of 6. And we always say, if someone has no money at all, even for programs that do disaster relief, there are many organizations that go to help those in need, and then they go sourcing for rice, they go sourcing for beans, they go sourcing for oil, all those things. Like we say, this is a balanced meal. It has all you need.
And it doesn't need oil.
It doesn't need, if someone is needy, it doesn't need oil, because you can just boil in water and cook. But we always say, we put it at a basic taste, because people have different tastes. But we always encourage people, if you're at home and you're able to afford karanga, we call it saute, but karanga, vitungu, nyanya.
Then throw it in.
Yes, and the spices that you need. And then once the water boils, throw this in, and the food is ready in 25-30 minutes. The food is ready.
It's a meal anyone can eat.
Yes, a meal anyone can eat. Yes.
Children from what age?
Children, as long as they can chew. So at 6 months, they start their weaning process. As long as they can chew, from 1 year, 2 years old, as long as they're able to chew, they're able to have it. If not, they can take uji. Before that, there's also nutritious porridge that can be taken. But yes, so Soy Africa does this for us. But we also encourage your NGOs to be able to buy this and help their people, those that are in need. But appeal is also help us as we reach out to the needy. But we say, even as we reach out to the needy, we don't say some to pair, so and we'll take care of it. We say, come and see, come be a part of the organization, volunteer, see where the food is going.
Yes.
Because sometimes someone can give and they say, hey, we don't know what happened to that food. Yes, so we say, we invite you to, other than just giving. Yes, other than helping out, we say help us out, but also, like this just costs 119 shillings, for 5,500, they can feed 300. Can you imagine, for 5,500, you can make 300 people, yes, or mix 300 meals, 11,000, it can feed 600 people. So, just that you can be able to help in a small way. Every shilling counts, even if someone says...
It's a very small, big way.
Yes. So someone can say, I only have 1,000 shillings, they can donate, but they can also volunteer.
Yes.
See where the food is going. Be an ambassador. Say, I came and I volunteered. I know what they do. How about I be able to help out? Reach out to those people that I know.
Yeah.
Other than just this product, we go out to companies when we source for donations to help those in need. We are a registered organization as an NGO. We go out and we source for donations. We say, do you have vegetables that are in good condition, but you're saying, these are too many to export, these are too many to take to the market? We can come and take it at no cost. We say, so that the food does not rot in the...
go to waste.
Yeah,
when it can help someone.
When it can help somebody.
Yes.
If there's excess milk at a factory, at a distributor, we say we can go and give it out to those in need. Even if you say, come help it, and we want it to go to this children's home over there, we can take it to that children's home that they want us to take it to. But we say, we as a people, there are resources here.
Yes.
There are resources here, and we say, please let not anything go to waste.
If it can help someone.
If it can help somebody.
Yes.
And the food will be used. We're a reputable organization. We do not... Nothing goes to waste. Nothing is used in the wrong way. So that to invite the company or the donor, come and see where your food went.
Come see what your input is doing elsewhere.
Absolutely.
As you take this food to those places that need them, do you also coach them on nutritional value? Do you also coach them on, the proper way to go about nutritious food?
Yes, we do. We talk to them about that. And just talking to them about how nutrition is so important. As an organization, we're trying to develop a program to even be able to talk to the places that we go to about longer classes as opposed to a short speech, but actually educating those organizations on the importance of nutrition, because nutrition is so important to us. And then, in Kenya, we already know lifestyle diseases, diabetes. Everyone will talk about how, maybe not at your age group, but at my age group, people talk about how their mothers, almost everybody in their family
has something.
Yes, diabetes, high blood pressure. So to be able to talk about those things that are very important and key to us, and how just those lifestyle diseases really affect us in the end. Yeah, they really affect us in a negative way. Affect the economy. It's a drain to the economy. So just for people to learn about nutrition, it is so key. Yes.
So other than being that pillar of change in the community, do you get to practice what you went to school to study?
Yes, I say school is application. Yes, so I say even the sciences, I say school is about the skills, applying your skills. So even as I learn the sciences, talking about nutrition has been very helpful. I'm not a nutritionist, but we have nutritionists on board. But even being able to, I can understand them more, just having the science background, I'm able to understand, oh yes, this helps. And I say science is about application. People, we forget, even you being in school, I know, as you study for media and, all those things, you can find your skill can be used even in accounting. You're able to say, hey, are you guys audited? So I say I was going to school is about learning, but also application of skills that we learn. So yes, they've been very applicable, even going out into the community. Yes.
I'm sure you've faced a ton of challenges while getting into this noble act. What are some of the challenges you can point out?
The challenges is the need is greater than what we can help. And that's why we always say we appeal for help. As an organization, Kapu Africa, can you help us? The need is great. So you, as I said, you go out into the community and you help, and the need is great. As much as you help for food, people as Children's Home will be telling you how, they're struggling with their medical bills. A child was defiled. Oh my goodness, how can you help? So, it's, the need is great, so we say we do our part, but the need is great. I mean, I can tell you how many emails I get in my inbox of people who are asking for help. Then you say, we can only do our capacity of what we can do. And then we say, as we grow, we can do more. And as we get assistance, we can do more. But the need is great. And you go out there and the need, you see people who are really struggling. And you say, you can only do your part. Yes.
A few days ago, I see here you had a fundraiser at Utalii Hotel. Tell us about this.
Yes. So we had a fundraiser. And the fundraiser was on June the 3rd at Utalii Hotel to raise funds for what we do, to purchase this food that we can be able to give those in need. The fundraiser, even though that was the event, that was the dinner, but the fundraising is still ongoing.
Or people can still support.
Yes.
And how can people do that?
People can still support through the KU page. Through the KU page, there will be a number, but there's also a pay bill number. I just wanted to make sure I don't miss a number. Our pay bill number is 4089759. If you want to support, our pay bill number is 4089759. And you can be able to help and reach out. And then just even if you want to call us and say, hey, I want to learn more about the organization, it's 0798 689959. 0798 689959. And say, hey, I heard about you. I want to learn more. I want to see how I can be able to help out. But we say the need is great, but we talk about how in the news, you being in the media, sometimes the stories can be heart-wrenching.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you're out there on your missions and you feel like, I can't do this anymore?
To me, when I go out, to be honest, if I go out to a children's home, I go out to those in need, I feel this is the purpose. This is what I'm doing. That's right. Because, yes, as I said, in the media, you'll see the news. And sometimes the news, not all the time, but the focus is on something happened bad to a child, was defiled or whatever. A woman was abused, someone would murder, some murders happened, those kind of things. But we say, us as an organization, what part can we do to make things better? We're not just sitting there. And even asking Kenyans, join in. There's bad news, but you say, what I can be a part of the good news.
Yes.
I can be a part of the change. If I go to a children's home, can you imagine a 5-year-old? Yes, a 5-year-old, if you're taking milk there, and they come, you're taking yogurt, they come and they say, thank you, asante. Oh, it melts my heart. So to me, going out into the field and going out into the ground is the best part. I love it because, yes, I'm able to see there's a change. Yes.
How would the people out there who would want to join this act or who would want to join the organization, or if they want to partner, how would they partner with you?
So they can call us. Maybe first of all, just they can contact us at 0798 689959 and contact us and be able to, we can be able to have a discussion on how they can help. But we say no donation is too small. Someone may say, I only have 15 cabbages. What difference will it make? That 15 cabbages, yes, can make a difference in a child, in an organization's life that we partner with. It can go to a children's home and make a difference. They have clothes, and they may say, I want to donate clothes. That donation can help. They have 1,000 shillings, they can help. They can volunteer and see, hey, let's help in the monitoring of this as we distribute food. Let's see where the food is going, helping out. So we say no donation is too small. Every shilling counts. Yes.
So they can get you on the number you gave us.
Yes.
0798689959.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Anything you'd like to say as a closing remark?
I would say no donation is too small. You can be a part of the change. Come and be a part of the change. You know, Kenya has resources. As much as we say, you know, people may say we are a poor country, but Kenya has resources. Yes.
I came to learn Kenya is a very resourceful country because how social media is that place where someone will come out and say they've not eaten and people donate.
Absolutely.
People give.
Yes, absolutely. So then people give and we say, come be a part of the change. If you can't give money, come and give just in kind. Come and give in kind. We accept gifts in kind. There are many ways to partner and many ways to be of help. But anybody, including groups of students, you know, when they're looking for internships, they can come, but there are many ways that they can help.
They can actually help.
Yes.
You have a physical office where people can do walk-ins?
Yes. We in Ruiru, we have an office in Ruiru. Yes.
Where exactly so that we can come find you?
It's next to Soy Africa in Ruiru. Yes. We're almost close to where the food is made, where this food is made. Yes, we're there too, to be able to, so someone can come and see where is the food being made. You actually see for yourself, okay, this is a company and this is what they do.
Do you have social media platforms where people can get you, text you, talk to you?
Yes, we're on Facebook, Kapu Africa on Facebook. Yes, you can find us on Facebook.
At Kapu Africa.
Yes, yes.
Everywhere, all social media or just Facebook?
We focus mainly on Facebook as we continue to grow and focus on Twitter and all those others. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Yes.
We have come to the end of the conversation. It's been enlightening. I have personally learned a lot. Is there anything else you'd like to say as we completely wind up?
You can be a part of the change. You can be a part of the change in this world that's suffering, in this world that there's need. Oh, there's absolutely something that you can do. Even sometimes just going and talking to young girls. You know, you don't have resources, but even just being a part of it, going to talk to young girls, and even being a part of our networks as we reach out to those in need. Yes.
Wow. So reach out to Christine if you want to help. If you want to lend a hand, you can also donate. Here it says, you know, 5,500 can serve 300 people. 11,000 can help 600. Imagine helping 600 people. How good would I feel to actually help 6,000 people? So reach out to Kapu Africa on Facebook. They've given us their number. Everything you would want, I'm sure you'll find on their social media platforms, which is at Kapu Africa on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Kristen, for being with us this morning. We will be coming back after this short break.
Thank you very much.